Are those strange eye movements tics or are they compulsions in disguise? A lot of times, our kids' compulsions that involve eye movements are misdiagnosed, mislabeled as tics or quirky behavior. And it can be tricky to tell the difference, but a couple of different things. When I've seen kids who have compulsions, I'll give you an example. I have seen kids in my office have compulsions with their eyes where they have to look at the corner of every corner of the room or look at every object or move their eye a certain number of times in a certain pattern or blink a certain amount of times. And so you may not notice that. If I was doing this, it might just look like a tic. Or if I was doing this, it might look like an eye roll, which are tics. Some questions to ask are, what were your thoughts or feelings before you did that eye movement? If a child is being honest and open, they will say things, if it's OCD, like, I needed to balance the room. These are actual answers I've received in my practice. I need to look at every corner of the room to make it even. Or I've heard, I need to blink to make sure that my eyes don't fall out. It's irrational, it's OCD, but that is why. Or I need to blink because I'm afraid that I'll never blink again. So I just want to make sure. Or I've had kids who've said to me, I need to send love to every object in this room or something bad's going to happen. Those are all compulsions that look like tics. Some answers that might indicate tics are things like, I didn't know that I was doing it, right? The lack of awareness, or I just felt this weird urge. And we have to be careful with that. And I'll talk about Tourettic OCD in a second, but sometimes that urge is actually OCD and Tourette's combined, which can be really confusing. Or they might say, I don't notice that I'm doing it. I have no awareness. And so the answers are very different. Now with Tourettic OCD, it completely confuses everything because you can have tics and OCD combined. And with that, there's more control. And so there's an awareness of this urge, this itch to do it, and that the need to do it. Where with tics, it's rather quick. And with Tourettic OCD, it's a combination of OCD and Tourette's. And so there's more control, but there is still just that urge. And sometimes it's a just right urge. I need to do it until it feels just right. So you get that kind of answer. It needs to feel just right versus I didn't know I was doing it, or I'm not aware when I'm doing it sometimes. Or you see them doing it and you're like, you're doing it right now. And they're like, oh, I didn't even notice. When it's compulsions, they do notice because they have an intrusive thought or feeling before they do it. It can be very confusing. Learn about OCD so you understand what you're seeing so you don't miss it. OCD has so many different disguises. You can check out my free OCD webinar at natashadaniels.com/OCD webinar.